Hello, and welcome to my channel, The Entrepreneurial Mindset. My name is Jay Berman, and today I will cover Essential Marketing Concepts, Episode 3. The concepts in this video come from my book, Is Your Business Idea a Good Investment?, which is available on Amazon.com. Kindle version only. Go to the Amazon.com search bar, select books, type in my name, Jay Berman, and scroll quickly to purchase the book. So today's essential marketing concepts I'm going to cover is marketing research, which is feedback regarding your marketing strategy. In other words, is your marketing strategy achieving your revenue goals? Are you attracting up potential buyers in your target market? Are your products better than your competitors according to your buyers? Does your marketing strategy need improvement? I go through the marketing research process, and I have a recommendation for small businesses. So exactly what is marketing research? Well, the reason companies use market research because it helps them better manage and improve their marketing strategy, which is composed of the famous 4 Ps: product, price, place, and promotion. So in other words, is the product achieving its sales volume? Are sales high versus low? And the question is why? What's wrong with the product? Why is the product not better than your competitors? Is the price too high compared to competitors? Are you charging too much for shipping? Are the discounts working or not working? Place, your channel or distribution where customers can locate your products. Are you locating your products in convenient locations near your customers, or you're selling strictly online? And promotion, is your advertising working? Is it converting prospects to buyers? So let's talk about the marketing research process. The objective is always, why are your prospects not buying your product? Is really the purpose of marketing research. A typical sample size is usually around 1,000 people composed of your target market, of your potential buyers. And there are essentially 2 research methods. One is called qualitative research, where researchers use single interviews, perhaps like at a mall, maybe focus groups, which consists of maybe 20 people sitting in a room discussing various aspects of a company's product, why they like it or dislike it. And a lot of companies use mystery shoppers, which is basically a person goes into a store to pretend to be a customer, and they write reports on what they like or disliked about the product or where it's located in a particular store. They might also write, they might critique the employees, things like that. So they're called mystery shoppers. There could be quantitative research techniques, which are scaled surveys and questionnaires. Those are usually emails, usually online, or they could be mailed to you in paper form. And what I mean by scaled surveys is they'll ask, a marketing researcher will ask, 10, 20, 30, 50 questions, and they'll scale them on, on a numbered scale, like from 1 to 5. So like 5 is very satisfied and 1 is very dissatisfied, depending on the question. So you need to collect the data. So you distribute the survey to reach at least your minimum sample size. Then you have to analyze the data, which means interpret the data in order to convert into useful information, findings, and conclusions. And then there's usually a pretty formal research paper done by the marketing researcher. There's a title, table of contents, executive summary, the research methods that were used, either qualitative or quantitative, or maybe both. What were their findings? What were their conclusions? And what are their recommendations? Now, you should be aware that the marketing research process is usually done two ways. It can be done in-house. In other words, the bigger companies probably have their own marketing research departments, or they can outsource it to a marketing research firms. In either case, it's going to be very, very expensive for small businesses to do this kind of elaborate, sophisticated marketing research, which is why for many larger companies, having a market research capability is considered a competitive advantage. However, small businesses can have their own marketing research efforts. What I would recommend is anytime you sell a product, just send them a survey, usually by email, and you just ask them, one question: why were you satisfied with your purchase? Which is really what you need to know. Were they, number one, satisfied or dissatisfied? And then, of course, leave enough space, 1,000 characters or 500 characters for them to explain your answer. So hopefully you would have more satisfied versus dissatisfied. But if you have a lot of dissatisfied, it's good to know why people were dissatisfied with your product. And hopefully they explain your answer. And it's very important, particularly if you're a small business owner, to respond to the feedback, particularly if there are any negative comments. So you could have a small scaled version of marketing research, so you can have feedback regarding your own marketing strategy. So is something wrong with the product? Is something wrong with the price? Is something wrong with the place, either online or in retail stores, or is something wrong with your promotions? So in other words, can you, based on the feedback you're getting from your customers, from your buyers, particularly the ones who are dissatisfied, why are they dissatisfied with the product? What can you do to improve the product, to make it better, so they become future buyers? And what are you doing right from your satisfied customers? What do they like about the product? What do they, are they satisfied with the price? Was it convenient for them to purchase? And also, is your advertising efforts converting prospects, your target market, into enough buyers so it becomes a profitable business for you? And that's pretty much what marketing research is about in a nutshell. If you have any questions or comments, please use the comments section below. Subscribe to my channel for more educational content about entrepreneurship. And I thank you for watching.